think when you look at the football game and you say, okay, what were the things that we can take out of this game? And I thought we were prepared to play. We talked to our guys about the preparation was right. We were prepared. You look at the first drive, we moved the ball down the field. The first two drives, unfortunately, we weren't able to convert, but the preparation was right. And we talked a lot about what we're doing to prepare for games is right. Now we've just got to play smarter, we've got to play more disciplined, and then we've got to execute better.
Rachel, to your right.
Doug, what does this offense need to do to regain the consistency and fluidity that having its Appalachian stated? What did Notre Dame do to break down what you built up in the season opener?
Well, I wouldn't say that anything got broke down. The same thing I talked about a week ago. We're still, in the infancy stages here. We're still learning to play consistently well and continue to hit on that because, like I said before, we play well in stretches, and it showed in that game. You can see where we get movement, we create things, we move the ball, and then we lack that consistency, and that's going to be a growth process, and it's something that we work every day on practice on, that we continue to talk about. It's about 11 guys on every play doing the right thing. You just can't play when you play a quality opponent like Notre Dame. If it's 10 guys doing the right thing and one guy doing the wrong thing, you're doomed. So we've got to get 11 guys on every play doing the right thing.
Talk about what you've seen out of Devin Funchess in the first couple of games, but beyond that, the production that you're expecting from those other guys when Devin gets all the attention that he inevitably will.
Sure, Devin's done an outstanding job. I talked about that before, and we moved him around, and his ability to process the information, to move into the slot, to move back out, by himself, then to have the tight end with him. I mean, that's a lot of information. I don't realize how difficult that is, and that should tell you a little bit about his mental makeup and the other side of Devin Funchess, not just the athletic side that you see. He's done an outstanding job with that. That being said, as you can see in the game, there's other guys on this team that can make plays, and Dennis Norfleet did a nice job for us, made some plays for us. Mara Darbo, J.U. Chesson, we're still looking at some young guys to stand up and start to develop, Freddie Canteen, trying to get Freddie going a little bit. So we're trying to not only, let Devin do what Devin does, but also develop that core around him.
Nick, to your right.
Doug, when you go back and look at the Devin Gardner game film with Devin,
Yeah.
What's the message to him, and what are the teaching points there? What did you see from Devin, especially when things were kind of going wrong here?
Well, the biggest thing is when you get in a game like that, obviously the flow of the game never got the way we wanted it. We never got the consistency and the flow. We'd get some good things started, and then we'd have something that would set us back to get us behind the sticks. And we spent a lot of time talking to the whole offense about that. You can't, when you play a quality opponent, you can't play from behind the sticks. You've got to stay on schedule. And when we got hurt was when we got behind the sticks. Devin obviously did some things that neither of us really wanted, but that happens. And it's all about the process of learning, of going through reads, going through progressions. What did you see? Where do your eyes and feet need to be? And he's growing, and we're growing together. It's the second game I've been with him. So there's things I need to do better for sure.
Mark?
Were you concerned that Devin became frustrated when we gained points out of the first two drives, and then as the game went on, it seemed to get more and more frustrated? Is that
I wouldn't say concern. I think that's always something with a quarterback playing in that type of game. When things don't go the way you'd like them to. And like I said, we had a hard time establishing the offensive tempo that we wanted to establish. We couldn't do that, and therefore then, the quarterback, you get behind the sticks, you get put in third and long situations. Obviously we didn't play as well as we need to play on third downs. And you put pressure on the quarterback, you allow teams to blitz you and do the type of things that they're going to do when you get behind the chains. It's not advantageous.
Coach, some of the past pro problems for most of them, are those assignment issues, and is that part of the growth that you're talking about?
Well, we saw a lot of different blitzes. They did a nice job. They had a nice blitz package. And I thought our guys really, we talked about after the game, from an assignment standpoint, did a really, really nice job. Now, what you see is what you think is maybe a guy turning a guy loose. Well, that may be a sift where it's this dangerous one or that dangerous one. And he picked one or the other. Now, maybe we'd like him to pick the closest guy to the quarterback. But as far as mental errors and busts, there were not that many. We had a couple that we've got to get cleaned up. But for the most part, as far as assignment-wise, it was pretty darn good. Now, we need to be more stout. Quarterback has to be more decisive. And part of that is, you get into third and long in a game like that, it makes it difficult. You're on the road, it's loud, you're seeing lots of blitzes, so that's something that we can control through the process of, first and second down and what we're doing there.